Nigeria did not begin with colonialism. It did not begin with the British, and it certainly did not begin with the Sokoto Caliphate. Long before the modern nation took shape, a group of powerful kingdoms ruled the vast savannah, the Hausa city-states. Independent, wealthy, fiercely proud, they traded with the world, they fought each other, they rose and fell. And it was in these ancient kingdoms that the story of Islam, political rivalry, and later a revolution began. This is episode 1 of our series, Before the Jihad, the world of the Hausa states. By the 1400s and 1500s, the Hausa world had fully matured. There were 7 major Hausa states, known in tradition as the Hausa Bakwai: Daura, Kano, Katsina, Zazzau, Zaria, Gobir, Rano, Biram. Alongside these were the so-called Banza Bakwai, other Hausa-speaking communities. Each kingdom had a king called the Sarki, a functioning bureaucracy, strong cavalry armies, and vibrant markets connecting the Sahara with the rainforest. They were not tribes, they were advanced states. But something else was rising quietly among them, a new faith, and with it, a new source of power. The coming of Islam to Hausaland. Islam did not arrive by war. It arrived on the backs of camels. Merchants from North Africa and Mali Empire brought not only salt, cloth, and horses. They brought books, ideas, beliefs. By the 12th and 13th centuries, Islam began spreading into Hausa courts. It appealed to merchants who wanted trade connections, rulers seeking legitimacy, scholars drawn to Arabic literacy. But here is the key point many people do not realize. Islam on arrival did not replace Hausa traditions, it blended with them. Many rulers practiced a dual system: Islam in the palace, traditional beliefs among the people. This mixture later became a major source of tension, setting the stage for reform movements. The scholars and the state. As Islam grew, so did the number of scholars, the ulama. They studied in Timbuktu, Agadez, and Bornu. They returned home with new interpretations of governance, justice, and morality. But the rulers often had other priorities: high taxation, slave rates, political alliances, competition for trade routes. So a gap opened between the scholars and the political class. Some rulers welcomed Islamic advice. Others resisted it fiercely, especially in Gobir, where a young scholar named Usman ibn Fodio began preaching. But that story comes later. For now, understand this. By the 1700s, Hausaland was a region full of political tension, religious diversity, and power struggles. A place ready for transformation. The state of the region before Usman and Fodio. Before the Jihad, Hausaland was powerful but divided. Kano was rich but internally unstable. Katsina and Zazzau struggled against raiders from the south. Gobir was becoming increasingly militarized. Borno Empire to the east was a strong Islamic state, watching its neighbors closely. But here's the important part. At this time, the Fulani were not ruling Hausaland. They lived within the Hausa Kingdoms, not above them. The political order was Hausa, the thrones were Hausa, the armies were Hausa. Yet beneath the surface, something was shifting. Climates changed, agriculture changed. New Islamic revival movements from North Africa began influencing local scholars. It was in this era of change that a quiet, gentle, book-carrying scholar began gathering followers in Gobir. His name, Usman dan Fodio. He did not begin as a warrior. He did not begin as a revolutionary. but his message, his charisma, and the conditions of the time would transform him into the leader of the most powerful jihad ever seen in West Africa. Why did he rise? What did he preach? Why did thousands rally behind him? And how did his movement turn into a military revolution that overthrew ancient kingdoms? Join us in episode 2 as we discuss the rise of Usman dan Fodio. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, The Lost File.